Welcome everybody to Wildcard Wednesday. Just getting a few more things in order. We'll start soon. And I happen to have an awesome new intro for this show that's amazing. All right, hang tight, guys. Oh, good Lord. Welcome, everybody, to another Wildcard Wednesday. You kind of never know what's going to happen over here. Even, I love that. I love that that new watermelon slicing thing. I saw that. Look, I'm not going to lie. It might have been a little bit Cannabis Cast influenced. I might have been fiddling around on the internet, and I might have just made that, and I laughed at it so hard that I thought, I'm using it. If this is still funny tomorrow morning, then you're going to use it. And I woke up, saw it, still funny. Still funny. Well, welcome to Wildcard Wednesday. Wildcard Wednesday is relatively new for anybody joining us. It's a little bit more laid back than the vlog, which there will be a vlog tomorrow. I was prepping that as well, and I'm really excited about the vlog tomorrow, but we'll get there when we get there. Wildcard Wednesday, it's a lot less structured. We do super chats kind of as they happen. We interact with the chat a little bit more, especially when we're talking about some news and advocacy stuff that's going to be coming up in this, and as well as vape mail. I just have a mess of vape mail, a whole mess of vape mail. It's all DHL packages, I believe, from top to bottom. So we're just going to tear through those so we don't have to waste time in the vlog tomorrow tearing through a whole bunch of vape mail. I did want to talk about, what did I even title this? I titled this vlog, or I titled this Wildcard Wednesday this morning, and I don't even know what I called it. What did I call it? Something about the JUUL Apology. I did want to talk about NVE, and I did want to talk about the JUUL Apology that happened. I am not going to be spending any time today talking about the FDA, PMTA, Judge Grimm ruling that happened, because I don't have, I just don't have all of the information. I watched Matt Cully over there at Matt SMM suck my mod. He changed it to Matt from SMM, but I mean, we all know it's still suck my mod. Like, that's just what we call it. Matt from Suck My Mod. He did a spectacular live stream that I would encourage everybody to watch. It's about an hour and a half long, full of good information, and that's where I got most of my information was from Matt Cully's video. I was gone at NVE when this news was happening, and so I'm just I'm simply not up to speed, and I'm trying to get up to speed as quickly as I can. So first things first, we're going to start off this this Wednesday afternoon. Just a Miller High Life. Cheers. Here's to you guys. Just a nice, refreshing, relaxing sort of afternoon brew. Afternoon brew. Let me turn that off. Let me get back to here. So I guess the first thing we should talk about is this JUUL Apology. There's an apology. JUUL issued an apology to someone, the people, society. I'm not really sure. He apologized for youths experimenting with vaping. Even though I don't think he should have to apologize for that, but regardless, he did apologize. So I wanted to read that. I kind of wanted to read and commentary on that a lot. I did want, there's so many things I wanted to talk about. Donnie Smokes. We saw Donnie Smokes on TV again. I didn't get to watch Vaporized because it aired while I was flying home from NVE. So I didn't get to watch Vaporized, the show Vaporized, but there's all this like concern and drama over this show Vaporize. I guess I'll stop jumping around all over the place and I'll just pick a topic. So I think the first thing we should do is talk about NVE. Here's what I want to say about NVE, National Vape Expo, that just happened in Long Island, New York, in the basement of the Nassau Coliseum, which is a weird thing. That's just a weird thing. This is only my second NVE show that I had ever been to, ever in my life. The first one I went to in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun was an incredible experience. Huge show, packed, just packed, entrance to exit with people, just people there. And it was unbelievable. And I got to talk to Mike, the organizer. Mike is just a hell of a guy, and the team he has working with him, they're just a great group of people. So when we started talking about the next NVE and how I wanted to be a part of it, he was on board, I was on board. Let's do the damn thing, NVE. And so this last NVE in Long Island was just a real weird show. I'll say that I had a ton of fun. It was one of the funnest shows that I have ever been to, and it was also one of the least populated shows, I guess, that I've been to. There was one point, I mean, in my life, in 10 years of going to vape shows, this last NVE was the most sparsely populated NVE. Saturday was real slow. I still got to talk to a bunch of great people, still got to meet a bunch of great people, had an overall fun experience. It's just real light on foot traffic. And Sunday, I mean, after Saturday, I kept thinking, well, Sunday is going to be, I have a feeling Sunday at NVE is really going to be slow. I mean, I was expecting the worst. I was kind of expecting a ghost town situation. The only other event that I've attended that has been this like ghost towny on that second day was in Dallas. I went to the, what was it called? Old events. Name some old events that aren't around anymore. I don't know why I can't think of this. It wasn't an ECC. It wasn't a VPX. It wasn't a VCC. It was the other one. What was the other one that existed like in the last few years? Vape Showcase. I went to a Dallas Vape Showcase in 2016 that was just a ghost town. Like the second day on Sunday, vendors started packing up at like 1:30 in the afternoon simply because there were just no consumers there. And this NVE on Sunday, it almost felt like that. The where we were with our booth, and we were kind of in this long sort of stretch of area. Chris, very gracious of you. Thank you for that. I'll read that in 1 second. There was like a long area, and we had a booth, and then there were booths, and then there was like an aisleway, and then more booths. Anyway, there was one point on Saturday where we're all just kind of standing around and chit-chatting and just talking. And I remember walking out into the little aisle there, and I looked all the way down to the other end of the building and all the way down to the other end of the building. And I'm just kind of looking and seeing who's there. And I'm looking and I'm thinking in my head, I think I see more influencers here vlogging than actual people. Sunday was a real weird day, and I don't know why. That's the thing. The last NVE I went to was insane. It was huge and fun and insane. I had so much fun. And then this one is like the opposite. It's almost like I don't know. It was just like the complete opposite, completely opposite, differently weird experience. And I think there's, some things contributing to that. I think, honestly, a lot of the vaping hysteria in the United States is contributing to it. It could have been that it was in the basement of the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, which is kind of a weird place to get to, kind of a weird venue. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I can chalk it up to. I don't want to say negative things about NVE or Mike, because Mike's great and NVE is great. This particular NVE was just a real weird show. I would love I would love to get any comments or anything in the chat if anybody attended this NVE. What was your favorite booth? My favorite booth at NVE besides our own booth, right next to us was the New York State Smoke-Free Association. I think they were right next to us. New York State Vape Association, New York State Smoke-Free Association, something like that. They were right next to us, and I actually got to see a lot of people from the vape industry that I haven't seen in years and years and years and years and years and years and years. I posted a picture on Instagram, but one of the highlights of this NVE Expo was getting to see and hang out with Cisco again. And I don't know if any of you guys are hip to who Cisco is, but he's the originator of the Velocity RDA. He's a longtime modder in the industry. I got mods from him, like actual mods, like modified laser pointers as vapes. Back in 2009, 2010, the dude's just a goddamn legend in vaping. Really good time at the event. It was just such a weird experience. Just not a whole lot of people there. It kind of just felt weird. It felt weird being at NVE, seeing it so sparsely attended, while at the same exact moment that NVE is happening, Judge Grimm is handing down his ruling for the 10 months for FDA PMTAs. So like that's going on, and this NVE is going on, and it was just weird. I just can't, there's no other way to explain it. It was just a real weird feeling. I'm certainly going to go to the next NVE show. I think it's going to be in Atlanta. Maybe not the next NVE show. Maybe I shouldn't be saying where they're going to be doing NVEs. Maybe Mike told me that in confidence, but I think there's going to be one in Atlanta. Sorry, Mike. But there's going to be a couple more NVEs, and they're great shows. I would suggest going. This one in Long Island, real weird. Yeah, Jay Hayes did the 360 video, like walking around the NVE Expo, and yeah, I mean, Skiza is absolutely right. Generally at vape shows, it's just so loud and so many people and like music happening that you can't even really carry on a conversation. It's just like pleasantries and hi and goodbye and thank you and high fives and hugs. And it's usually a little bit of like this energetic sort of feeling. And there was times where I was just sitting at the booth. Just me and Dwayne, just sitting and doing not much. That's it. And that's what we did for a lot of the time. It was, I don't know, it was just real bizarre. Just real weird. Let's get to some of these super chats. Joe Mamba, very gracious of you twice, Joe. I'm your favorite. No, Joe, you're my favorite. Bump that fist, brother. Really appreciate that. Chris, very gracious of you. So stoked to finally be a Yo-Yo member. It's a privilege to support you for what you do, us vapors and your family. Send a request to the secret Instagram account. Well, Chris, here's my promise to you, Chris. First of all, welcome. Yo-Yo. Stoked to have you. I'm going to get you added to the Instagram account before 4 p.m. this afternoon, before we stream today on Instagram. I'll make sure to get you added, Chris. Very gracious of you. Joe, one more time. Yellow is a color. Very gracious of you. Very gracious of you. Cherry, very gracious of you as well. Hey, Nick, first time catching you live. Thanks for your advocacy work, and we need you more than ever now. The bands in California is moving southward to Ventura. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm in it. I'm in the thick of it too. It's coming down Ventura. It's coming down to, I think, all of LA County. There's a lot of like districts in Los Angeles that are all pushing for vape bans, flavor bans. This is fight or flight time. I don't even know what else to say. We're in the thick of it now. This is the front lines. This is the battlefield. We are in it. Okay, I promise we're going to get to that JUUL apology in a second, but I do want to talk. We could also talk about Adore e-liquids. Oh, that's just some juicy drama that I just discovered today. I don't know. Adore e-liquids. If you want some drama, go check out the Adore e-liquids drama. AZ Advocate, very, very gracious of you. Thanks for helping out with advocacy and influencing me to try vaping 18 months ago. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. My pleasure. Kaylee, very gracious of you. Nick was super excited to hang with you. Thanks for the pick. Hope you enjoy the Vulcan. I'm excited to try it. Vulcan is an e-liquid. An e-liquid from Rescued. Rescued e-liquids was there at NVE, and they won an award again for their stellar liquids. Stellar liquids. I appreciate that, Kaylee. One more from Stan. My butt hurts. I couldn't go to NVE. I would have done an interview with Barstool Sports dude, Troll the Troll. Yeah, Barstool Sports was there, and they just picked the wrong motherfucker to interview, didn't they? That was just the wrong guy. Mr. Reaper, he is no joke. He is a hard-line, serious advocate. There's no fucking around with Mr. Reaper there. I've known him for a while. I got to talk to him there, and he is straight up activism, advocacy. I'm not in the mood to be trolled. I'm not in the mood to be fucked with. And Barstool Sports just fucking walked right up to him and conducted this interview. I think everybody should watch it. It's on it's on their YouTube, I think. It's on Barstool Sports, on Instagram, on their IGTV, if you can watch it there. And honestly, the majority of the comments are all in favor of vaping. And I'm not sure if that's because vapors just got in there, but even it seems like everyday normal people were in there well, the guy kind of has a point. He did quit smoking, and you're just kind of fucking being an asshole and making fun of him. It was really interesting. Really interesting. Very gracious of you, Stan. I appreciate that. Zach, did you hear about Barstool Sports? Yeah, Zach. I didn't get to see him. If I had seen him walking around, I might have approached him or tried to, get in there, but he wasn't having it. They don't look for credible people. It's why Donnie Smokes was on TV again. We saw Donnie Smokes on TV again. Donnie Smokes is nobody. Donnie Smokes is a non-contributing nothing. He just says what they tell him to say. He's not a vapor. He doesn't represent anything. He's just an empty nothingness of a person that just reads what they tell him to read. I hope that feels good. I mean, I hope he enjoys that. But he's nothing. He's just a non-contributing, worthless zero, but he gets on TV. They could have just as easily put Greg Conley on TV. Even Matt, anybody would have been better than Donnie Smokes. And he was there. I think he was there as well. Anyway, Texas Cloudtown, yo, Cool Kids Club, welcome. And Vaping with Ken here. So now we can start the show. Okay, so we talked about NVE. We did some super chats. I'd like to talk about this JUUL Apology if I could. So CNBC, this is an article from CNBC, and I'm just going to read it. We're going to do some commentary on it. I have not got a chance, like I said earlier, to see the Vaporized special that CNBC did. All I saw was a commercial for it while I was at Turk's house, and then it was airing Monday, like I said, when I was flying home. So I didn't get a chance to see it or see what it's all about. Apparently it's just, it's just sort of a manufactured hit piece from CNBC about vaping. And that's whatever. That's just the fucking mainstream media just pushing their little agenda. You're not going to see these reports in better developed countries like the United Kingdom, where they're embracing vaping as a form of tobacco harm reduction. You're not going to see stories like this in New Zealand, where they're embracing vaping as a form of tobacco harm reduction. In the United Kingdom, they want a smoke-free society by 2030, and they're going to do it with vaping. Meanwhile, in the United States, we're just walking around with our thumb up our asses, sucking politicians' dick, trying to get them to, please don't ban vaping, please don't ban vaping. And then the media, vaping, and the epidemic, and all this stuff. And honestly, at this point, I just want the United States to be embarrassed. I want the United States to be made foolish looking and embarrassed on the world stage. In fact, I'm going to read something real quick before we get to this JUUL apology letter. I want to read something from one of my yo-yo patrons, Mr. Thomas Crow. He posted this on Facebook, and I think it's just fantastic. Just fantastic. I'm going to read it real quick. I took a screenshot of it, you see. And it's somewhere in my camera roll. Is it not in my camera roll? Oh, man. Where did I just read this? Okay. Nope, that's not it. Nope. That's not it, but I do want to give a shout out to one of my Yo-Yo Cool Kids clubs, Ambivalent Chaos. Just had a kid. Cameron welcomed into the world July 15th, 2019. Congratulations, Ambivalent One. I'll see you later, but congratulations. I was tagged in it. That's right. It's on Instagram. I was tagged in this. Thomas Crow dropping knowledge all over the place. This is basically just a rant about that Vaporized show, and he worded it rad. Really, really very well. Very, very well spoken, Thomas Crow. Scott Gottlieb. He was on the show broadcast on CNBC last night called Vaporized. He is the former commissioner of the FDA. While employed by FDA, he said, "I believe if every currently addicted adult smoker switched completely to e-cigs, it would provide a tremendous public health gain." He supported vaping as an alternative to combustible cigarettes. On the show last night, vaping was demonized, and stopping teen vaping has been put ahead of saving the lives of 500,000 people who die every year from smoking-related diseases. While teen vaping is an issue that needs to be addressed, you may be wondering why Gottlieb appeared on the show that was full of propaganda and lies. Why is he backpedaling and trying to change his statements? Why would a man in his position with knowledge of vaping as a harm reduction method appear on a show that told outright lies about vaping and what is in e-liquid? Follow the money. A few years ago, there were over 2 million prescriptions written a year for this pharmaceutical nightmare that was intended to help people quit. Okay, Gottlieb is now employed by Pfizer. Let me start over. Gottlieb is now employed by Pfizer, the makers of Chantix. A few years ago, there were over 2 million prescriptions written a year for this pharmaceutical nightmare that was intended to help people quit smoking. The number written currently is down to around 300,000 per year, and this is due to the alarming suicide rates of people taking Chantix. They don't even know the number of attempted suicides because they are underreported. During the time that Gottlieb worked there, the FDA allowed Chantix to take the suicide warning off of the box. Putting money ahead of people's lives seems to be the common thing with the trifecta of Big Pharma, Big Tobacco, and FDA working together to protect their interests. Are you getting the big picture now? You are being told outright lies about life-saving technology so that this trifecta can keep their money flowing. The rest of the world is embracing vaping. They know that it has been scientifically proven to be 95% safer than smoking. We look like fools to the rest of the world. A recently published article from the UK questions what are governments thinking to eliminate vaping and prevent our citizens access to life-saving technology. Are you mad yet? Not your words, Thomas Crow. Are you mad yet? Awesome. That's amazing. I love that. I love everything about that. And it's completely 100% completely true. And like I said earlier, I want it. I want so bad for the United States to just be embarrassed, be a laughingstock, look foolish, because maybe we could initiate some real change then. Maybe if we were the laughing stock of the world stage in 2030, when there's no more smokers in the UK and there's no more smokers in New Zealand and there's no more cancer, across the United Kingdom, across the EU. Sweden already has the lowest cancer rates in the European Union. When all of that is happening and we're still here in the United States just smoking, and our cancer rates are through the roof, and everybody's buying cigarettes again because they've been misinformed. Misinformation causes real damage, real world damage. If you tell a smoker that vaping is just as bad as smoking, they're going to continue to smoke, they're going to continue to smoke, and they're going to die. They're going to die from smoking-related illnesses. It's awful, the misinformation that happens. Did we learn nothing from Chernobyl and misinformation and how it affects people's lives? And that's all that's going on in the United States. And it's so transparent. It's so transparent. It's impossible to me that, it boggles my mind that not everybody else is also picking up on this. Like going, oh, wow, maybe the FDA is full of shit. Maybe this Judge Grimm is full of shit. Maybe Stanton Glantz is full of shit. Maybe Stanton Glantz is full of shit. No, Stanton Glantz is 100% full of shit. So while we're on the subject of advocacy, we're going to talk about, I want to touch real quickly on this petition that's going around. Thank you, Tony Bridges. I appreciate that. Nancy, we've been the laughing stock for one reason or another. We just have too many butthurt people for one reason or another. The industry hurts another and they boo-hoo and the goods get changed. It's, yeah. I mean, yes, we have been. We have been and we will continue to be. Chantix is basically a super depressant that will eventually get you off of cigarettes if you don't end your own life first. There is no, I'm going to double check this liquid bottle just to make sure that there's no, you might kill yourself warnings on here, or this will cause vomiting and insanely vivid nightmares. Let me just, no. In fact, all this is in Indonesian, but I can tell you that there is never, ever going to be a warning on an e-liquid bottle that warns you that vaping this might make you kill yourself. But the product that might make you kill yourself in order to stop smoking is still on the market, still getting prescribed. Of course it is. Pfizer, Scott Gottlieb. I don't know how they sleep at night. I genuinely don't know how they sleep at night. Probably on a big pile of money. Probably on a huge pile of money. Let's talk about this petition. I want to touch on this petition because it's a thing that needs to be addressed, and I don't want anybody to think I'm being condescending or being an asshole or anything like that. This is just the fact of the matter. Don't bother with the petition. Just don't waste any more energy on it. Don't sign it. Don't bother. Don't bother with the petition. Stop getting people to sign it. Stop spreading it around. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy that could be so much better spent in so many other areas. And the first thing that you need to do when you look at this is just, and this isn't even coming down on JM who created this. So here's how these petitions work. Anybody can start a petition. Anybody can start a petition. There was a petition in 2016. I was explaining this earlier. There's a petition in 2016 to make the federal government save money to build an actual Death Star. And like hundreds of thousands of people signed it. That's how seriously these We the People petitions get taken, which is to say zero. There's nothing even on the We the People White House petition website says that they even have to read the petition or even see the signatures or even respond in any way. We've done these before and they do nothing. There is no positive that's going to come out of this. The result from this is going to be silence. Even if we get all the signatures, even if we get 94,000 more signatures, it accomplishes zero. In fact, it accomplishes less than zero because the effort that you put into pushing around this petition and signing this petition is taking away from other much more useful things we could be doing. You could get on Twitter and tweet at a politician and it would have more of an effect than signing this petition. You could call a representative and it would have 8,000 times the effect of signing this petition. The petition is dumb. It's useless. It's not going to accomplish anything. We've done these before. In 2016, we had a big one. We had a big White House petition and we all pushed it like crazy. We got all the signatures. Was it 2015? Because someone correct me. I don't know if it was 2015 or 2016. I think it was 2015. But we all signed it. I mean, we went over 300,000 signatures. And then we submitted it. Fucking that's the end. Nothing. Not a response, not an email, not a nothing. We don't know if they looked at it. We don't know if they saw it. All I know is after that point, I went, wow, I wasted so much time and so much energy getting people to sign this petition for what? For nothing, because nothing happens with White House petitions. Zero happens with White House petitions. So before you start getting people to sign it, before you sign it, before you start pimping it out on your social media, just remember that it's not going to accomplish anything, and that there are 1,000 different ways that you could spend your time getting something more accomplished. And Pristine Builds, M-Turk, I love you. Your heart is in the right place. You give a shit, and that's what matters. Don't ever feel dumb for doing a giveaway, for trying to help out. Don't ever feel silly for giving a shit. You give a shit. You give a shit, and that's what matters. That's what matters. Phone calls, emails. Even here's something more helpful than that petition. Become a CASA member. That's something that we've been saying, that everybody on YouTube has been saying for years and years. Become a CASA member. You give them your email. They send you calls to actions for your state. Vapor Technology Association, VTA. You go to vaportechnology.org. Same deal. You sign up. You follow their calls to actions. The VTA, incredible organization. CASA, incredible organization. These are useful, very, very useful things. They send you calls to actions. You fill out the thing. You send the email. You make the phone call. You find your representative in your state. You call them. Talk to them about vapor products. That is literally just the most helpful thing you can do. Most helpful thing you can do. Big Rig, well, have fun at work. You'll have to catch the replay. Sorry, Big Rig. Very gracious of you. Vapor Swaggins. Very gracious of you, brother. I see you there. Butt liquor. Our prices have never been lower. Thanks, Dan. Brian, very gracious of you. Finally managing to catch a lot. Whoa, that was gross. I am sorry. That was over the top. That was gross. That was gross. Finally managing to catch a live stream. Here's a $5 just because I appreciate you, my brother. Brian. Boosh. Bump that fist. And Brian here from the super chat, you spell your name exactly the same way my brother does. Bryan. Interesting. You don't find a lot of Brians with a Y. Chris, thoughts on the Canadian flavor ban impending? I have no thoughts on this. I was talking to Smiderman recently, I believe, about this. I don't know anything about what's going on in Canada right now. From what I understand, there's certain areas or certain provinces. It's like a provincial thing, right? It's separated by provinces. So certain provinces can do certain things, same way in the United States that certain states can do certain things. Is it a Canadian thing, or is it like on a province by province basis? I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know, and I apologize. But here we are, 2:34, and we're finally getting to this JUUL Apology. The JUUL Apology. The JUUL Apology. And additionally, just the petition. Thank you to whoever created it. Don't sign it. We don't need any more petitions. They don't do anything. And if you read that petition, it's just real oddly worded. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't really make a point. It's just asking the FDA to repeal or stop pushing the PMTA on the vaping community, which they're not doing, and it's not up to them. They don't have a say in this. We're basically asking the FDA to do something that they don't even have any power over of themselves. They don't have the ability to repeal this. So, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I get so worked up. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get so worked up. It's just, when you spend basically all of your time just on Twitter, reading articles, reading studies, being 100%ly steeped in all of this news and activism and advocacy that's going on. It just, I get real worked up. It affects my mood. I need more. That's what I need, is more beer. So this is from CNBC. As JUUL grapples with teen vaping epidemic, and they even put the epidemic in quotes here in the title, epidemic. As JUUL grapples with teen vaping epidemic, CEO tells parents, "I'm sorry." Ow. I just smacked my thumb on this desk. God, that hurt. That was weird. Kevin Burns, CEO of JUUL Labs, the maker of the best-selling e-cigarette in the U.S. and Center of Federal Regulators, crack down into what they're calling a teen vaping epidemic, has a message for parents whose children are addicted to his company's products. I'm sorry. Since launching in 2015, JUUL has quickly come to dominate the e-cigarette industry with roughly 40% of the market, becoming such a dominant player that Altria, the top U.S. cigarette company, invested $12.8 billion for a 35% stake in the San Francisco-based startup. But the company has a problem. Its vapes are incredibly popular with teenagers. Now, let me pose this question to the chat and to anybody. Comments, chat. Is it JUUL's fault that their products are incredibly popular with teenagers? No. I don't think it's their fault. I don't think that JUUL needs to apologize. Do I like JUUL and support what they do? No. I don't like JUUL. I don't like them. Oh, I packed my anti-vaping or my anti-JUUL sticker. Damn it. I really wish I had that right now. I don't like JUUL as a company. I don't like them with Altria. They're being real smarmy with the open vapor market. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that JUUL gets people off of cigarettes. That's all I care about. That's 100% what I care about. It's like the IQOS. At the end of the day, the IQOS probably will help get people off of tobacco cigarettes, and that is the goal of vaping. That is the goal of harm reduction, is to get people off of cigarettes. I don't think it's their fault. Nope. Not their fault. Not at all. Not at all. The Food and Drug Administration has declared a teen vaping, again, air quotes, epidemic, citing federal survey data that showed that nearly 21% of high school students vaped last year. That's just straight up wrong. The data does not show that nearly 21% of high school students vaped last year. The data shows that nearly 21% of high school students tried a vape last year. The regular use, the daily use numbers are in the 6% range. So that's the first misinformation that's just going on here on CNBC. Former FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb and healthcare advocates blame the surge in teen vaping on JUUL. Of course they do. Of course they do. CNBC's Carl Quintanilla interviewed Burns for a documentary, Vaporized, America's E-Cigarette Addiction, which premieres Monday. Obviously, CNBC, this is just an article to kind of bolster get people to watch the Vaporized thing. That's what this was all about. Carl Quintanilla, who toured one of JUUL's manufacturing facilities in Wisconsin with Burns, asked him what he would say to a parent with a child who is addicted to JUUL. Tell you what I would tell a parent whose child was addicted to JUUL. First of all, I'd tell them that I'm sorry that their child's using the product, said Burns, who joined JUUL in 2017. It's not intended for them. I hope there was nothing that we did to make it more appealing to them. As a parent of a 16-year-old, I'm sorry for them, and I have empathy for them in terms of the challenges they are going through. Good answer. The company has tried to combat youth use by shutting down its social media accounts and pulling fruity flavors like cream. Is cream a fruity flavor? Was the creme brulee, was that a fruity flavor? I mean, I know that's a slight little misinformation right there, but it's still there. Fruity flavors like cream and mango from retailers, so far that hasn't stopped criticism. The company's hometown of San Francisco banned the sales of e-cigarettes last month. In case anybody's not up to speed on that, the entire city of San Francisco has a 100% vape ban. 100%. Can't buy it, use it, import it, nothing. Ban. It's not implemented yet. Ban. E-cigarettes are being marketed to adults to help them quit smoking while still getting their nicotine fix, but they've come under fire in recent months for their growing popularity among teens. Federal data shows about 3 million U.S. high school students vaped last year. Again, that's misrepresenting the facts. This is prompting fears that e-cigarettes are addicting a new generation of nicotine. What? This is prompting fears e-cigarettes are addicting a new generation of nicotine after decades of cigarette smoking rates plummeting. Everything about that sentence just makes me fucking angry. Everything about that sentence makes me fucking angry. If I focus on every little thing that makes me angry in this article, this video is going to be 1,000 years old. Pam DeBono's daughter, Grace, picked up a JUUL in the summer of 2017. At the time, she was 15 and JUUL was just starting to take off. JUUL was not just starting to take off in 2017. Pam DeBono calls it the summer of JUUL when she started finding plastic covers everywhere that she didn't really have a clue what they were. Grace told CNBC that a friend of hers bought the JUUL pods and devices from a gas station. Both girls were 15 at the time. Grace said that she would hit her JUUL first thing in the morning and would puff on it all day, going through 1 nicotine pod per day, about as much nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. It would always be in my hands, she said, like it would always just be there with me, you know, and so I would just always like, you know, hit it because it was just so easy. I'm going to punch a 15-year-old in the face. Stanford pediatrics professor Bonnie Helpburn-Flesher said her research team found kids are more addicted to JUUL than other products because the nicotine level in JUUL pods is astronomically high. JUUL pods contain 5% nicotine, whereas other pods before JUUL's introduction contained between roughly 1 and 2.4% on average. Now, I don't know how true that is because I don't think there was a pod before JUUL. Can someone please correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't JUUL the first pod? It's the first pod. They were first out of the gate. They are what everybody is copying right now. I think they were the first. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that this CNBC saying that other pod systems before JUUL had lower nicotine, I don't think there were pod systems before JUUL. Hello, OTR vapes. I see you there. I don't think there were. Caitlin? No, you to bomb. Very gracious of you, Caitlin. Good Lord, thank you. Zach? Yo, boys and girls, just got home from work. Sup? Zach, pizza beard. Just chilling, bro. Talk to you later. Randy, Ohio 10 cents per mil tax, needed people to act. All right. He's absolutely right. There is, and I apologize for being a little bit all over the place right now, but there is, hang on. There is going on right now. Where did it go? Ohio. There is an Ohio thing going on right now. I just got tagged on it on Instagram. Yeah, Havoc Hate. Havoc Hate tagged me on Instagram. 10 cents per mil tax in Ohio. We need help. 12 hours to go call Governor Mike DeWine and leave a message. Say no. Please veto the tax on e-liquid. You can call the number 614-644-4357. Call the governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine. Ask him to veto this 10 cents per mil tax. 10 cents per mil tax in Ohio. That's rough. Thank you, Randy, for bringing that to my attention. Thank you, Havoc Hate, for bringing that to my attention as well. That number one more time, 614-6. I'm going to put it in the description, in the chat here. 614. You can call it. 644 if you're in Ohio, 4357, and his name is Mike DeWine. And yes, I'm typing with one finger over here. He is the Ohio Gov. Boosh. Shout out to the vapors in Ohio. I hope you can conquer this. 10 cents per mil tax doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. That messes. I don't think vaping should be taxed to begin with. I know we're not going to get away from that. I know we are going to get taxed, but it shouldn't be a sin tax. I find that morally wrong to sin tax something. Sin tax Advil. Yeah, definitely. Sin tax Advil. Oh, you need Advil for a headache? Oh, what are you addicted to headaches now? We're going to sin tax Advil. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be a sin tax, and I get that. Joe, one more time. Call me the devil advocate, but I don't care if anyone vapes. Liberty, you're born in a free country. Be free. Vape on, you teenagers. Don't hurt people. Here's the thing, Joe. I'm a freedom guy. I'm a freedom guy first and foremost. And this is why I don't like talking about politics, because I don't agree with anybody. I am a freedom guy first and foremost. If I had to identify as something, it would be like, I don't know, libertarian. I was libertarian for a really long time, probably like an ANCAP leaning libertarian. freedom. I'm a freedom guy, and I want everybody to have the most freedom possible. So yes, I believe if you are born in a free country and you are a free American, you the American gets to decide what you want to put inside your body, whether that is delicious 3 milligram Boule Bolu nicotine or a fucking Miller High Life. Cheers. Here's to being an American. Yeah, libertarian, moderate, anarchist. I could see that. I hate telling people like, oh, you know, I'm a little ANCAPy. Like, it's weird. I know. I get it. It's weird. It just makes a lot of sense to me. Libertarian, borderline anarchists. That's basically where we go. I'm an ANCAP leaning libertarian. That's where I'll leave that. But I agree with you, Joe. Be free. Be an American. In fact, there was a funny meme the other day that I saw. Someone had posted on Twitter about this is for something like this is for whoever needs it, but you can eat lasagna in the shower. It's not illegal. They can't arrest you. So just go and be free. I like that. I like that we can eat lasagna in the shower. I want a shower beer. I want to vape. I want to drink. I want to consume cannabis. I want to decide what I get to put inside my body, not the full-time government babysitter. Some of us are adults and don't need that. It's cool. Oh, my batteries are dead. All right, will you give me a second while I get some new 18650s? Just like 2 seconds. It was one of those things where I just kept dripping and kept dripping and kept dripping because I thought I needed to because I wasn't getting any vape from it. Turns out that my batteries were dead. That's a thing. Hang on, I'll be right back. Whew. We got to get to some of this mail, you guys. But first I need batteries. I've really been heavily using this this Minikin 3. Minikin 3, it comes with like this weird little like conductive charging base. I just dripped liquid all over my laptop. Minikin 3 Recoil Rebel Bole Bolu. That's what I'm excited about. That's what I'm vaping. Just vaping one thing today. 85 watts, give it to me. Good. It's a good vape. Man, I just needed a good vape right there. Christopher, very gracious of you. I was in school in 2011. Guys would dip in class. Kids are going to do whatever makes them look cool or whatever their parents do or don't do to stop them. Yeah. And you know, I think I've told this story before, but kids are stupid. Kids, I mean, I get it. Your kids are probably great, and that's fine. But generally, kids are just stupid. I was a stupid kid. Kids are stupid. I'm not saying that to be mean. That's just a fact that kids are dumb. Their brains aren't developed yet. They don't have the ability to make rational decisions based on data and information. They're stupid. One of my friends in high school, he had a Jeep. All my friends in high school had Jeeps. CJ5s and CJ7s. Loved it. Loved the shit out of them. Still want a Jeep to this day because all my friends had Jeeps. But that's besides the point. One of my friends had a Jeep, and he bought this Jeep, and the Jeep came with a few stickers already on it, right? Just some random weird surf stickers and things like that. And there was one sticker on the windshield up in the corner that just said sex wax. And we know what sex wax is. It's a surfboard wax, right? It's called sex wax. It's just a sticker right there. My buddy's younger brother, who was probably 5 years younger, 6 years younger, something like that. He was probably 10 or 11 at the time. We came home to his house one day, and his little brother is just in the driveway with the back end of like a hammer, like the claw end of a hammer, carving the word sex wax into the concrete. Just carving it in there. And he walks up and we're like, what are you doing? Why are you carving sex? Where did you even see that? It's on the Jeep. Kids are dumb. That's a dumb kid thing to do. Kids are dumb. Kids are dumb. I don't even know where I was going with that. Kids are dumb. Yeah, kids are going to do whatever they want to make them look cool. Kids aren't concerned. When you were in 7th grade, were you concerned at all about things like posture? No, probably not, right? Health, definitely not. You're a kid. You feel indestructible. You can jump off a roof, hit the ground, just keep on running. Do you ever worry about things like that? Osteoporosis, your muscles, health, fitness, your diet, what you're doing to your liver, what you're doing to your lungs? No, of course not. Because a kid's only concern is being popular, fitting in, and being a dumb kid. Being a dumb kid. Thank you, Vapor Swaggins. Very gracious of you, bro. I see you there. Nick, thanks for signing my old yearbook at NVE. Jennifer and I had a great time meeting you and the gang. Absolutely, Mr. Sinister. Very cool. Very gracious of you. Yeah, he brought his old yearbook. And so I said, what did I say? I'll see you at the bonfire, man. Just felt right signing a high school yearbook. What are your top... Okay, hang on. Vaping with Ken. If a teen comes into my shop and asks for a JUUL and they have never smoked, I straight up deny them. I'm not going to contribute to them. Yeah. Absolutely. That's Ken. Ken has drawn the line in the sand. If a teen comes into a shop looking for a JUUL and they haven't smoked, he tells them to kick rocks. And that's yeah, do it. Do it. If they're old and you're like, I want to vape, God damn it, you're a free American. You should be allowed to vape. And the government shouldn't be able to stop you. They shouldn't be able to tell you what. That's okay. See, I'm getting worked up again. Jord the Nord. What are your top 3 juices you've tried? Yes, juice. Okay. I like the blue lemonade with spirulina that I get at Whole Foods. I like the Trader Joe's carrot juice, and I like the Barron's fresh squeezed orange juice. You go into the Barron's Market and they have a big thing of oranges, and you can squeeze your own orange juice. I think those are my top 3 favorite juices that I've tried. Yeah, I agree with you. Not the real Gerard Butler. Not the real Gerard Butler. We need the ants, news groups, and governments to realize that not all vaping is the JUUL, that 40% of the market share they keep using in the news, social media, and government is quite misleading. Very, very misleading. Very misleading. And this is one of those things, it's the same thing that I talked about last week, where they're just trying to associate vaping with things that are offensive or things that are undesirable. It's like those guys in the Halloween masks playing metal and screaming about nicotine. Same thing. They don't want it. They don't expect people to take that seriously. They just want to associate offensive or objectionable things with vaping, which is why you can't, in the United States, you cannot see the word vaping in print without the word epidemic right behind it. Right behind it. And they didn't even need to prove the epidemic. They just needed to use the word epidemic. I wish I could go back into my vlog when they first announced the epidemic, when I was demanding that Scott Gottlieb prove the epidemic, because I said, I don't want this to just become an epidemic just because we keep talking about the epidemic. And then it's going to get to a point later on where we can just use the word epidemic and then nobody has to prove anything, because we've all been talking about it so long. So it must be real, right? You don't even need to prove it anymore. The CDC Youth Tobacco Survey data is just fucking doesn't matter now. You can throw it in the trash. It didn't reflect an epidemic, but because they use the word epidemic so much, it's just a regular thing now. Epidemic. Yeah, it's real. It's an epidemic. You didn't know? It's an epidemic. Epidemic. Chris, San Francisco, because prohibition works. Yeah, absolutely. Here's what I'm excited about in San Francisco. I can't wait. I mean, and this is a shit thing to say, I can't wait for their smoking rates to go back up. They're going to start selling a lot of cigarettes. San Francisco is really going to get, I mean, California, that MSA money, we need it, you guys. We need it, and we're willing to get it at any cost, even if it means the lives of our citizens. Even if it means a lot, we don't care. Ban vapes, sell cigarettes, make those cigarette sales so that we can get that sweet MSA money. I don't know if you guys have seen the roads in LA, but they need work. I'm tired of driving through potholes. And if the MSA money is going to cover that pothole, then let's smoke. Let's smoke. California wants you to smoke, so smoke. Just smoke. Just smoke. If you're here now, go ahead and smash that like button. That's something I never say, but go ahead and smash that like button. Just smash it. Just smash it. So I'm going to leave a link to this apology in the description. I only got through about 3/4 of it, but I want to read the very end. I want to read like the last few paragraphs. I just want to read the last few paragraphs of this. In 2017, Gottlieb pushed the deadline to 2022 from 2018. This is talking about the PMTAs. After seeing the surge in teen use this fall, he had a change of heart. One of his last acts before stepping down in April to go work for Pfizer. They left that part out. I wonder if they know that they left that part out. One of his last acts before stepping down in April to work for Pfizer was to move the deadline up a year. What? He did that so conveniently for his new company, for Pfizer. That does nothing but help Pfizer. That does nothing but help Pfizer and Big Tobacco. Good on you, Scott. You know, you wanted people smoking again, and here we go. The courts may force the agency to work even faster. A federal judge agreed with public health groups that sued the FDA for shirking its public duty. Some say it's too early to judge e-cigarettes because there isn't enough data and they haven't been around long enough to understand the effects of long-term use. Frankly, we don't know the impact of chronic vaping today, Burns, the JUUL CEO, said. We have not done long-term longitudinal clinical testing that we need to do. Despite the unknowns, some researchers say e-cigarettes could help the U.S.'s 34.3 million smokers. What? Despite the unknowns, some researchers say that e-cigarettes could help the U.S.'s 34.3 million smokers. Yeah, it's crazy that it's only some researchers and not, Jerome Adams, our Surgeon General, was just on Twitter talking about the health benefits of vaping. Of course, he did it from his personal account and not the official Surgeon General account because he doesn't want the United States American public to know about the health benefits of vaping. Regulators in the UK are actively encouraging smokers to give up their cigarettes in favor of e-cigarettes, while the debate in the US proves far more contentious. Why would that be? How could that possibly be? How could that possibly be that we're doing the same studies, we're doing the same science, we're all humans? Are British people physiologically different than Americans? I mean, other than an accent, I feel like we're all of the same species. We're all humans. There's science being done. There's studies being done. And the United Kingdom comes to a completely different conclusion than the United States. This huge divide. It's an unbelievable divide that's going on between the United Kingdom and the United States. And again, I want the United States to look foolish. And vaporized America's e-cigarette addiction, I love it. It's so, it's going to make us look stupid. That's all it does, is it just makes us look so dumb. It makes us look so dumb. So dumb. We look foolish, and I'm happy about it. I want us to look foolish. I want other countries to look at us and go, what? What are the colonies doing over there? Why are they banning vaping? And here's the great thing. Hang on. I'm going to have a swig here. Before we get to vape mail, we got about a half hour left. That's fine. Before we get to any of this mail over here, we're going to, here's where I'm landing on vaping in America. I'm just going to wrap this all up in a nice little bow. We're going to win anyway. They can't run from the science forever. I've been saying this for months. They can't run from the science forever. Eventually, the science is going to catch up with them, and it's either going to catch up with them in a way that we can prevent a lot of this from happening, or it's going to catch up to them in a way that when they limit access to these vapor products and restrict our ability to get them and restrict everybody's ability to get them and restrict the flavors that we're allowed to have with them, and then we see smoking rates going up, that's when we get to go, hey, Yep. completely irresponsible of you. Smoking rates are going back up. And then that's when we get to sue the federal government. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. In the meantime, vape hard, vape strong, be proud of vaping. I saw a post on Reddit today where this guy was talking about how he's so ashamed of vaping and he doesn't want anybody to know that he does it. And he goes to work and he goes in like the secret corner and just vapes and doesn't let anybody show it because he's so embarrassed that he's a vapor and that people will like make fun of him for vaping or something like that. Fuck that. Be proud. Be proud to be a vapor. Be proud that you quit combustible tobacco cigarettes. You know, by doing that, you've done one of the hardest things that people around the world do. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back over here. Let's open some mail, you guys. Let's open some mail. Not the real Gerard Butler, got you. San Francisco, got you. Unpopular opinion of the day from Zach. Miller High Life is gross. Nah, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. You can like whatever I like Miller High Life. But see, I like Miller High Life not because it's like some amazing just champagne of beers, just beautiful bouquets and aromas and flavor complexity in it. I like it because it's Miller High Life. I just like it because it's Miller High Life. I have a very sentimental attachment to Miller High Life, and I generally always have Miller High Life in the fridge. Always. Cheers. Here's to import Swedish vodka. Right on, Jeannie. Right on. Daytime Frank, I'm a trucker and I vape. I'm hated on multiple fronts. Today's youth, it's time for your country's leaders to get educated. Yeah, it doesn't... I don't know how long they think they're going to continue getting away with this. It's almost becoming like this North Korea, Soviet Russia, like control the spread of information type of thing. They just want us living in like this MSNBC, CNN, Fox News bubble where we're just lazy, apathetic Americans that just sit on our ass and just get spoon-fed misinformation from all these big media conglomerates. Like, it's just so weird. It's so weird that the second you go outside of the United States for any of your information or any of your news, you get a completely different story as to what's going on. The amount of misinformation going on in the United States right now is too damn high. Too damn high. Too damn high. Anyway, I'm going to put a link. Let me make sure that this gets in here now. Pardon me. This is the thing. There you go. There's the CNBC. It's in the description of this video for anybody watching the replay here. Let me just throw it in the chat. Appreciate that. All right. I'm going to open some mail, actually. Should I use the vape mail bumper from the vlog? Yeah. Yeah. Crap cam, garbage cam, still sitting on my desk. You can see all my mail here. You can see my whole entire room. My shelves are getting, these shelves are empty. These shelves are empty. These shelves are mostly empty. I'm packing. I'm starting to pack up my office and pack. I'm packing to move. Whew, it's going to be crazy. It's just going to be nutballs. So I don't have a vanilla scented garbage bag today, which is such a huge bummer, but I do have a regular garbage bag today. And if we have time, it's 3 o'clock. If we have time to try to set something up, we'll do it. We'll definitely do it. Between now and 4 in the afternoon, I do have to try to eat lunch and then, get some $2 sales together for the patrons for the stream at 4. It's just a lot. Just got a lot going on. Boosh. High-end green. Why? Because I have that one thing that I can't remember the name of, the Stratum Zero. Where is my Stratum Zero? I don't even know where it is. I think it's by my bedside. I think I was vaping it last night in bed. It's just still sitting there. But I just want to see what's in these boxes. These boxes have been sitting here for like 2 weeks and making me insane because I just want them open. I just want to know what's inside of them. It's a pod. It's a pod called the V-Folk. Is that what that says? The Folk? The V-Folk. The V-Folk Pro. Watch out. Watch out, V-Folk Pro. Pod. Weren't we just talking about pods and JUULs and more pods? Here's a tobacco. Mint. Uh-oh. Coffee. That's a fruit flavor. Lychee. It's a fruit flavor. Mint. It's a fruit flavor. Mung Bean. Mung Bean. Mung Bean. Mung Bean. I'm going to vape this. This is what I'm going to vape as soon as possible. When I get through these packages, dude, I have to try a Mung Bean pod. It just reminds me of Creed from The Office. I know what he's talking about. I sprout mung beans on a damp paper towel in my desk drawer. They smell like death, but they're very nutritious. Mung Bean? Mung Bean. I have to. I just have to do this right now. I have to try Mung Bean. Mung Bean. Mung Bean. Mung Bean. Do it and you're cool. Do it and you're cool. Here's the thing. Tommy the Zombie. Down with pod systems. Die pod die. Here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you, but I also don't agree with you because pods help smokers. And that's what I care about. If you don't like pods, don't vape them. Fucking boule bolu. Boule bolu. I use pods. I like using pods. Pods help smokers. I think pods get a bad rap. I think pods get a bad rap. It smell okay, Mung Bean pod. Here's what the Mung Bean pod smells like. Kind of smells like death. Kind of smells like weird, like roots, like dirt, like dirty potting soil roots. Yeah, there's room for pods. There's room for everybody. Don't be a vaping gatekeeper. Don't be gatekeepy with vaping. Micro USB charging. Overall, dang, it's pretty slick. All right, I'm assuming since this is a pod system, I just have to rip open a pod and put it in here. So here we go. We're going to vape some Mung Bean, some 50 milligram Mung Bean. Try to tell me that this is appealing to youths. And in that article, I wish I would have kept reading that article. I just didn't have time. They talk about that JUUL is definitely guilty of appealing to youths. Scott Gottlieb said, well, JUUL's main audience is millennials. Their biggest following is millennials. And you kind of go, ooh, that's bad, right? Until you realize that the youngest millennial in 2019 is 23 years old. Millennials are adults now. Sorry, millennials. You got to do big kid things now. You got to be an adult. And don't fucking call it adulting because that is some bullshit term that doesn't made up. That's just life. That's just your life now. You're an adult at 23. If you mean to tell me that JUUL is appealing to youths and millennials and the youngest millennial is 23, sorry, you're an adult. You're an adult. I don't care. Market to millennials all you want. Every millennial out there, welcome to vaping. You're old enough. You can do it now. And pay your bills and stuff too. And then they go on in that article to talk about how JUUL and millennials, and this is my favorite thing. They accuse JUUL of marketing to youths by using bright colors. Bright colors? We're living in a society where any bright color is appealing to a child? We're going to live in some boring dystopia with just gray paint, gray clothes, nothing to rile up your senses, no art, no paintings, no nothing. You mean to tell me Starry Night has blue in it? And so Picasso, wait, was that a Picasso or a Da Vinci that did Starry Night? Wow, I'm bad with the Ninja Turtles. I think it was Picasso that did Starry Night. Picasso was trying to appeal to kids by using the color blue. Unbelievable. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody just needs to shut up. Don't tell me that red, I can't use red because it's appealing to kids. Fuck you. Red is red. It appeals to people who like red. How about that? Thank you all for Teagues. Van Gogh. Emily, thank you. Van Gogh. That was Van Gogh. Pristine. Okay, I get it. So thank you, Celestial. Thank you, everybody. Van Gogh. Van Gogh. Was Van Gogh appealing to children when he used the color blue? The federal government would have you believe that. Anyway, I want to try this Mung Bean liquid so bad inside this pod. Here we go, friends. It's Creed Bratton time. Let's have some Mung Bean. Fucking crap, that's terrible. It tastes like I'm, this is, yeah, green, my green towel. Sorry, youths. I know that this towel is appealing to you because it's green. Or is it appealing to people that just like green? So there's menthol in this. It's a mentholated mung bean. And it's seriously the most unique flavor I think I've ever had. I feel like if you're into mung beans, then this is the only mung bean vape on the market, man. It tastes like a mentholated bean burrito. These pods vape amazingly. But this liquid tastes like a mentholated bean burrito. It tastes like mentholated refried beans. Mentholated refried beans. This is coming to the Taco Bell dollar value menu. Mung Bean vape. It's like vaping your 7-layer burrito. Why do I keep vaping it? Mentholated mung bean. Yeah, it still tastes like a mentholated bean burrito. I can't think of any other way to describe it. I guarantee you every person that vaped this will say the same thing. Tastes like a mentholated bean burrito. Am I at Taco Bell suddenly? Wow. What a fucking trip. Mung Bean. I'm keeping it around. That pod vape's awesome, though. I will say that pod vape's awesome because I think it uses the film technology. Yeah, film. F-E-E-L-M. Film. There was a pod a while ago that I didn't do a video for. I know Daniel, DJ LSB Vapes, did a video for it called Film. F-E-E-L-M. Incredible pods. They vape. I need to stop using the word incredible. They vape good. They vape well. They vape amazingly, incredibly good. But this mung bean is making me rethink my life. Every time. Mentholated bean burrito. I cannot wait for Casey Pickle to come home and get some mentholated bean burrito. Hang on. I got to turn off my AC. It's far too loud, isn't it? Yeah, it's way too loud. It's called the V-Folk. It's called the V-Folk there, Kelly Bell. V-Folk. I'm going to hold that up for you. The V-Folk. V-Folk. Yeah, that AC is way too loud. Way too loud. All right, hang on. It feels good because I'm sweating my genitalia off in here, but it's just too damn loud. It's just too damn loud. Let's keep going. Let's try to get at least a couple more packages. Maybe we will have some vape mail for the vlog this week. We'll have some vape mail tomorrow for the vlog. I know, yet I keep vaping it, Kelly. But I don't know. I'm going to do it again. I can't help myself. It's right there. And I keep thinking in my head, Mung Bean. And I know in my head, I'm like, that tastes like a mentholated bean burrito. Well, I'm still bringing it to my... What? Don't inhale. Don't inhale. Yep, I inhaled, and it's a mentholated bean burrito. Oh. This is just replacement stuff. Okay, nothing exciting. IPV replacement coil pods for the little auto squonker that they did. The IPV auto squonker. There's the liquid container. The V3 Mini e-liquid container. V3 Mini e-liquid containers in there. Where did I leave off here? Zach, there you go. Jan, yep. Eifer, it was awesome meeting you. I wish I could have come both days. Eifer, really great to meet you. I mean, really very great to meet you, Eifer. Awesome. Thank you for that. Very gracious of you, brother. Very gracious of you. Vaping with Vic. Nick, it took 15 years before the U.S. caught up with the Royal College link to cancer from smoking. This is a repeat, but in reverse. Yes, Vic. Shout out to Vic. You speak the truth, Vic. Back in the day, I've told this story on the vlog so many times, and I think I get it wrong every single time. But in the 60s, the Royal College of Physicians in the United Kingdom were the first group of doctors to link smoking with lung cancer. And they found this and then just blasted it out everywhere. Smoking causes lung cancer. Smoking causes lung cancer. Irreversible. It's lung cancer and it comes from smoking. Here's the empirical data. Here's the empirical data. And it took 15 years for the United States to finally admit that smoking causes lung cancer. This is one of those things about truth, is at first it gets mocked, and then eventually it gets accepted as, well, how could you ever think any other way? So I'm looking forward to the day, 15, 20 years from now, where no one's smoking, where even in the United States, we have politicians talking about how you should switch from tobacco cigarettes to vaping to greatly improve your health. It's a moral imperative. Appreciate that, Vic. Appreciate that. Tactical Ted, very gracious of you. Check ID, my fellow vape shop employees. Yeah, just here's the advice that I'm going to give to every vape shop employee that's out there right now. Just card everybody. That's what they told me when I worked at 7-Eleven. I worked at 7-Eleven for 6 months in the summer of, what was that? The summer of 99? Summer of 98? In the 90s. Sometime in the 90s, I was working at a 7-Eleven. And my boss just told me, card everybody. Card everybody that walks through the door. If they want to buy anything that requires an ID, card them. I don't care if they look 50 and they want a pack of cigarettes, card them. I don't care if they look 60 and they want to buy a beer, you card them. Just card everybody. And I thought, okay, well, that's easy. Then you just card everybody. Then there's no like, how old are you? Can I see some ID? There's no guessing. There's just no guessing. And if someone who's of age, like I get carded, can I see some ID? Sure. Just, who cares? Give them ID. If they freak out, just say we card everybody. It's nothing personal. We just want to look at your ID before you purchase nicotine. That's the law. So we're going to do it. David, I've lost faith in my country. Last one to turn out the lights. Time to learn some DIY. I haven't lost faith in my country. I love my country. I love the United States of America. I love that I, won the genetic lottery of being born in the United States. I love this country. I love the freedoms that this country grants me, regardless of the fact that it's run by incompetents and liars and cheats. I love this country. I want to fix it. That's the problem. I want to fix it. I want it to be better. I want smokers to be able to quit smoking. I feel like that's not too much to ask for. Our politicians are not looking out for the American people. They spend their time to get rid of a president and kissing lobbyist ass. Yeah, I posted something very similar to this on Twitter not too long ago where people were really upset, really up in arms like, oh, well, JUUL, they're lobbying. They spent $15 million on lobbyists or $5 million on lobbyists or something like that. Then everybody's upset. And you kind of go, why? That's how the game is played. That's how the political game in the United States is paid. We made it illegal to give money directly to politicians. So we've had this loophole in our nation for the last, doesn't even matter, forever. That, okay, well, since we can't directly give money to politicians to make them vote the way we want to, we can give money to lobbyists to go and talk to the politicians to get them to vote the way that we want to. That's part of the problem. Joe, very gracious of you. Appreciate that. Anthony, very gracious of you. You looked good on that skateboard at NVE. I had fun meeting you, the other influencers. Jay Hayes was very cool too. Thanks for all you do. Absolutely, Anthony. I had a great time on that skateboard at NVE. I haven't skated in a while, but I was just scooting around and Kent's like, oh, I skateboard. I was like, oh, let's see what you got. He can skateboard. Kent Hill, Twisted Messes, can skateboard. He was doing kickflips and other, 360 pop shove-its and like skateboard tricks. It was amazing. I'm like, Kent, let's go skating. Appreciate that, Anthony. And yeah, Jay is awesome. Jay is just a good guy. He's just a good guy. Appreciate that. What have I opened? Oh yeah, these are boring. Let's do, should we do another package? Let's do another package. Let's do one last package. We'll see what's in here. I'm going to keep vaping that Mung Bean. I'm going to keep vaping that Mung Bean, you guys. I'm going to keep vaping it. What? Whoa. The Monster Sub-Ohm Tank. I haven't got anything from Blitz Enterprises in quite a while. This is the Blitz Monster Sub-Ohm Tank. Monster. Shit, it's a Sub-Ohm tank. You think I can get this Sub-Ohm tank set up and vaping within the next 5 minutes? Because I just want to try it out. Because it's a Sub-Ohm tank and it's quick and I don't have to build anything. Let's do this. Let's see if we can do this. I'm going to have this set up and built and vaping before 3:30. We're going to end this bad boy at 3:30. Hang on. I need liquid. Okay, here we go. We're going to use this one. Here's what we're using. Yep. Sad Boy. We're going to use some Sad Boy. Sad Boy strawberry jam cookie. Sad Boy. Strawberry jam cookie. We're going to vape it. We're going to taste it. Throwing another 20 in to hit that bean burrito again? You don't need to. I was going to vape it anyway. Here we go. Menthol bean burrito. I'm not going to lie. The inhale is real nice. Real nice. It's a little bit tobacco-y, a little bit menthol-y. It's a little tobacco menthol-y. But the exhale tastes like death. It tastes like a bean burrito. It tastes like a mentholated bean burrito, and that's not something that anybody should be vaping ever, ever, ever. Ever. Except me. I'm gonna continue vaping it. Oh shit. See? Now we're running low on time. Keep talking. All right. This tank actually looks kind of dope. It looks like, honestly, rest in peace, it looks like something that Rigmod would have released. Beefy, big, giant honking ass coil heads. These are mesh. There's a dual mesh. There is a triple mesh. Let's stick to the dual mesh for right now. There are alternate airflow options available. This airflow, I'm assuming, will pull off of the bottom, because there's other airflow rings in here that have more holes. That one has a little bit less holes. That one has a ton of holes. And you can make it flat on the bottom. How does this come off of here? Well, would you look at that? And so I can put this one on here and make it not scooped at the bottom. You can make it straight up flat on the bottom. That's dope. All right. Shit. Running out of time. Running out of time. Dual Mesh, Blitz Enterprises. You know, I like a good sub-ohm tank. I hope to release a sub-ohm tank in my career, in my life. I'd like to do it. I got plans, baby. I got plans for a lot of products. Gonna keep the bubble glass off. Gonna keep the bubble glass off of here. Adults like burritos too. 4 minutes. Shit. What dessert flavor e-liquid should I buy? Because it's right in front of me. Sad Boy Strawberry Jam Cookie. It is the dopest. Yeah, I don't have an agenda. I'm just trying to get this sub-ohm tank done. I think I covered everything that I want to talk about. I just wanted to get this sub-ohm tank done. And while we're doing this, so I want to give everybody the news. I mentioned it on social media. I mentioned it in a few other places. We closed on this house. The house has been closed on. We have the keys to the house. It went through, and it's like just this weight just lifted off my shoulders. Going through the house buying process is terrible. It's awful. I hate it, and I am so glad it's over. And now, like, you know, the kind of the real work begins. We gotta start cleaning, gotta start moving, gotta start building. We have a ton stuff to do. And that's why there's a Wildcard Wednesday today. Just because this week I got home from NVE on Monday. We spent Tuesday at the house. I was there with rodent people and other people. We came home. We kept packing. This morning I was packing before the stream. I'm going to be packing later tonight. Packing and moving is like priority number one. Priority number one. So I'm going to be a little bit all over the place. I hope to have as much regular content as possible, but you guys know me. This is just kind of something that's going to happen. It's just going to happen. It's just going to be a little off and weird, and it's just going to be a little off and weird, and I promise to do everything I can to be on YouTube, social media, and everything as much as humanly possible. You're going to see a lot of moving pictures. You're going to see a lot of moving video. You're going to see my new temporary office. It's literally just going to be a temporary office for a little while until we can do some other things, but the majority of my time and my energy is focused on my family, my house, getting my dad down here, and then and finally just, you know, being together as a family, as a house. It's incredible. It's an incredible feeling. It's an incredible feeling. Housewarming party? You're gonna bring the potato salad, Jeremy? You gonna bring the potato salad? Thank you very much, you guys. I really appreciate it. It's been a weight on me for months and months. And now that we have this house, now I realize, well, shit, there's so much work to do now. We have so much work to do now. But I'm ready. I say bring it on. I'm ready to pack. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to clean. I'm ready to do the damn thing. Really ready to do the damn thing. Here we are at 3:29. We have a Blitz Monster sub-ohm tank dual mesh coil head 0.21. Let's just try it at 85 watts. Full open. Yeah, it's real nice. Real nice. Close off this airflow a little bit. The holes on the outside of it kind of remind me a little bit of the profile, like the way the profile mesh RTA feels in vapes. Wow. This is a damn good vape and sub-ohm tank. I'm going to turn this up to 100 watts, 0.21 at 100 watts. Wow. Nothing but flavor. It feels real dense, real saturated. With this tank, it's hanging over the edge of this Minikin 3 a little bit. Just the way that they place the 510 on here, I can see it. I can see a little bit of overhang there. Damn. Damn. For your first welcome mat at your house. Thank you, Ken. You know what, Ken? I'm using that $2. That's going to go towards a welcome mat. It's tater salad, damn it. Potatoes. Mash them, boil them, put them in a stew. British Eyes Only, very gracious of you. Had a great NVE. You got a fresh 077XX unstabbed. Yes, unstabbed. Got a magma box for spanking you. Yeah. Dwayne was giving away mods for people slapping me on my ass, which was rude, I think. Thanks for letting me hang around with you guys Saturday. Felt less like I was being there by myself. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So great to meet you. So great to meet you. Keep it up. Keep up the coils. Keep up the big coils. Tim J, we're going over time. Dad joke for vapors. All right. Here's how we're ending this vlog. Wildcard Wednesday for Tim J.
Okay, I'm kind of in love with this sub-ohm tank right now. The airflow is spectacular. The flavor. Dude, this flavor.
Where did you come from, Monster? I love unhypey shit that just performs awesome. 100 watts. 100 watts, no signs of slowing down. 0.21 at 100 watts. Just cloud comping in here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We were a little all over the place today, but damn it, that's why I love Wildcard Wednesday, because it's such a wild card. You never know. You never know what you're going to get. You might get jazz hands here at the end. So we're going to end this here, Wildcard Wednesday, with a dad joke from Tim J. How many vapors does it take to change a light bulb? 3. 1 to recoil it, 1 to review it, and 1 to video the tutorial. Perfect. Perfect. Is it really random though, Sean? I don't know. Is it? Vape capital. Anyway, thank you guys for coming out. Wildcard Wednesday. I'm glad that this is back. I'm glad I forced it to be back. My future schedule, just so you guys know, is I'm going back to a lot of videos every week. We're going to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday videos every single week. Shot videos on Monday, shot videos on Tuesday, Wildcard Wednesday stream, and the Thursday vlog stream. I'm so excited about the future of this YouTube. I'm just pumped, and I'm pumped you guys are here. I'm pumped for all of this. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I mean, sincerely, truly, and honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the support. Thank you for the support over the years. We're just starting a new chapter, and old Grimm ain't done yet, you guys. So I'm gonna leave you with some hold music. I'm gonna leave you with some hold music, and I'm gonna say good night, good luck, and most of all, keep on vaping. Be excellent to each other, and be sure to check out That's What She Said on Thursday nights. Are you happy with that, Mowgli Vapes? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on vaping. Definitely be excellent to each other. Definitely.